Okay. Is this mic good? Mm, I'm trying to see. Yes, it is. So let me share this out to like one place. Is it live on Facebook now that I have it shared everywhere? Okay, let's see. What about Facebook? Mhm. Yep, on Facebook also. Okay, so let's stop this like that and go over here like this. Hey, Miss Mudduck, I was wondering if you worked this early, and I was wondering what time you would prefer to go live. I would either like to go live um at like 8 o'clock after dinner, maybe like 7:30. But I also gotta ask Dustin. Or I could go live at like 3:30 because I like when you interact because then I feel like I have somebody to talk to. So it's better. I mean, for me, because I don't like live streaming alone. And you seem to be highly reliable. And also, I have to redo chapter 16 because I feel like I didn't give it the justice that it needed last night because it's a really good story and I fucked it up. So I'm redoing chapter 16. Wait, what happened? What time zone are you? Oh shit. I'm Eastern Standard Time. I think that's what it's called. And I know time you're before me, right? You're an hour behind, right? So it would be dinner time, your time. So 8 o'clock it is. That would be 7 o'clock your time, I think. I think that's how it works. I know another lady in Central Time, and it was really hard to figure things out with her. But while you answer, I'm going to read chapter 16. Well, I'll read it as you go and then I'll answer you. I think that's how it works. I don't know. I'm bad at live streaming. So now, Sarai, Abe's wife, had borne him no children, and she had an Egyptian maidservant whose name was Hagar or Hagar. It's Hagar. So Sarah said to Abe, See now, the Lord has restrained me from bearing children. Please, 7 is good. 7 your time, so it's 8 my time. Perfect. Because then at Dustin's playing video games and I am free in the party pen. So I love that idea. You're magnificent, my lady. Or, yeah, Mrs. My lady. How about that? I like that. If you don't like it, I won't like it, but I like it. Miss My Lady. Mrs. My Lady. Yeah. Okay. So, so she said, have the midnight dance with my maid servant. So then I'll obtain children by her. And Abe was like, woman, woman, okay. I'm gonna rub my pecker raw with this lady. You don't even know what you just did. And then Sarai, Abe's wife, took Hagar, the Egyptian, and gave her to Abe, and he rubbed his pecker raw. Okay. After Abraham did this, he spent 10 years in the land of Canaan. So and she conceived. And when she saw that she conceived, her mistress became despised in her eyes. Okay. Now, she did this and she wanted Hagar's baby. But for some reason, she gets butt sore about Hagar's baby and doesn't take Hagar's baby, even though that's what she wanted. So now the rest of this don't make no damn sense. Okay. Then Sarah said to Abe, look, I done fucked up, yo. Look, I done messed up. I don't like my idea right now. This is so bad. And Abe's like, woman, you're done fucking me up on purpose. What are you doing? What am I supposed to do? She's your lady and you did this. You handle it because I'm not handling it. So, Sarah, now remember, uh, Hagar's pregnant at this point, and Sarai or Sarah is being a dick face. So, she kicks Hagar out, and Hagar must not be a lot of bit pregnant. So, she's walking along and she's wringing out of water. So she's just there, right? She's like, and the angel of the Lord comes to her and is like, what you doing? And Hagar's like, I'm having a hell of a day. For some reason, the my master, my lady, she is really mad at me, even though she's like, have sex with my husband, have a baby. So I had sex with her husband, and I might have a baby, and now I'm thirsty. I don't know what to do. And the angel said to her, go back and just do whatever she wants. Just go back. Because I'm going to multiply your descendants exceedingly, so that they shall not be counted for multitude. And the angel of the Lord said, you are with child, and you will bear a son, and you will call him Ishmael, because the Lord has heard your affliction. He shall be a wild man, His hand shall be against every man, and every man's hand against him, and he shall dwell in the presence of his brothers. Okay. Then she called the name of the Lord who spoke to her. You are the God who sees. Have I also seen him who sees me? Therefore, the well was called Bir Lahoi Roy. Observe, it is between Kadesh and Bered. So Hagar bore Abe a son, and Abe named him, who Hagar bore, Ishmael. Abe was 86 years old. Dun, dun, dun. We're going on to the next chapter. I just lost people that were watching. I didn't even say anything. Okay. I didn't even say anything. Oh, and by the way, I am Saint Nikki K. LeGret, the ghetto Bible lady. And I tell ghetto Bible stories. So, chapter 17 says, when Abe was 99, the Lord appeared to Abe and said, he said something.
I am Almighty God, and I am fantastic. So, do what I say and be blameless, and I will make my covenant with you, and I will multiply you exceedingly. Then Abe did the haha, do the face thing, Abe.
Then Abe did the face thing, and God talked with him, saying, wait, as for me, behold. Oh, okay. God is doing this.
Okay. As for me, behold, my covenant is with you, and you shall be a father to many nations. No longer shall your name be called Abe, but your name will be Abe. For I have made you a father of many nations. I will make you exceedingly fruitful. I will make nations of you, and kings shall come from you, and it will be fucking awesome. I will establish you and your descendants after you in their generations for an everlasting covenant, to be God to you and your descendants after you. Also, I give to you and your descendants after you the land that you're a stranger, all the land of Canaan, as well as an everlasting possession. I will be their God because it's awesome. As for you, you will keep my covenant and your descendants after you throughout their generations. This is my covenant which you shall keep between you and I and your descendants after you. Oh my God. Oh my me. Why is this an idea? Pinterest sucks. Why is this an idea? This is terrible. Look, I'm going to do it. Every male child among you will be circumcised, and you shall be circumcised. You got to cut your pecker off. Look, just a tip. Only the tip. Look, things are happening. And it shall be a sign of the covenant between me and you. He who is 8 days old among you shall be circumcised, every male child in your generations. He who was born in your house or bought with money from any foreigner who is not your descendant. Okay. So even your Slaves. Okay. He who is born in your house, and I just said this. Okay, they gotta be circumcised because I already said that. For an everlasting covenant. And an uncircumcised male child, that person shall be cut off from his people because it looks like a turtle. A snail. Anyway, if he doesn't, he has broken my covenant. Then God said to Abe, as for Sarai, you're right. She will be called Sarah because I've been doing that this whole time. And I will bless her and also give you a son. And then I will bless her, and she will be a mother to nation. Kings of people shall come from her.
Oh my God, that was a lot of talking, God. There's a lot of repeating everything. Okay. Well, if you say it more than once, it becomes a memory, right? I don't know. Okay. So then Abe did the face thing. Okay. Then Abe fell on his face and laughed and said in his heart, oh my God, what is this? I'm like 100 years old. And Sarah, who's 90, really, we're not having any kids. And then God was like,
What? What did I say? What did I say? Who am I? Who am I? Ha 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 ha. Who am I? What I say? I said, she's gonna give you a baby. Didn't I say that? Look, look, I'm gonna tell you what I said. Sarah, your wife, will bear you a son, and you will call him Isaac because he's gonna be a badass. Okay? You're gonna call him Isaac, and I will establish my covenant with him for an everlasting covenant, and with his descendants after him. As for Ishmael, I have heard you. Behold, I did bless him, and I will make him fruitful, and I will multiply him, and he will beget 12 princes, and I will make him a great nation. For my covenant is with Isaac, whom Sarah's gonna bear you. That at this set time next year.
then, wait. Then he finished talking with him, and God went up from Abe. So Abe took Ishmael and all who were born in his house and cut the tip off. Mhm, mhm, mhm. That that very same day, as God had said to Abe, was on that very same day. Abe was 99 when he was circumcised, and Ishmael was 13 years old in the flesh. Okay. That very same day, Abe was circumcised, so was Ishmael. And I just said this. Everybody was circumcised the day that God told Abe to do it. And why does it say it so many times? Filler. Okay. So we are going to chapter 18. Chapter 18. I don't know what it said. Okay, let's do it. Then the Lord appeared to him by the terebinth trees of Mamre as he was sitting in the tent in the heat of the day. So he lifted his eyes and looked, and behold, 3 men were standing by him. And when he saw them, he ran from the tent door to meet them and did the face thing and said, "My Lord, if I have found favor in your sight, do not pass. Please let a little water be brought and wash your feet and rest yourselves under the tree. And I will bring a morsel of bread that you may refresh your hearts. After that, you may pass by inasmuch as you have come." What? You need to refresh your hearts. After that, you can go. And they said, okay. So Abe hurried into the tent to Sarah and said, make some food, make some cake. And then Abe ran and took the best goat he could find and cooked it and gave it to Sarai. Okay. And then he took buttermilk and the calf which he prepared and set it before them and stood by them under the tree after they ate. And then they said, "Where's Sarah?" And he said, "She's doing woman things." And then he said, "I will certainly return to you according to the time of life. And behold, you'll have a kid by then." So Sarah was ear hustling and she giggled. And then the angel was like, "Why'd you giggle?" And she's like, "I didn't giggle. What are you talking about?" And he's like, "No, you definitely giggled." And she's like, "No, I didn't." It clearly she giggled. But he's like, "What the fuck ever." I got shit to do. So, um, the angel was like, "Well, we'll see. We'll see." Okay. Okay. And then, okay. And the Lord said to, oh, why is she laughing? Then the men rose down from there and looked towards Sodom, and Abe went with them to send them on the way. And the Lord said, shall I hide from Abe what I am doing? Since Abe shall surely become a great and mighty nation, and all the nations of the earth will be blessed by him. For I have known him, and he is my bestie. So I need to tell him. So, Abraham. And the Lord said, because of the outcry against Sodom and Gomorrah is great, and because their sin is very grave, I'm going to go down there according to the outcry, and things are going to happen, right? And then the men turned away from there and went towards Sodom. But Abe stood there before the Lord with his mouth gaping. And then Abe said, well, what about if there's one person? And God's like, there's not one person. And Abe's like, what about two? And God's like, whatever. And Abe makes it up to a lot of it. And God's like, shut the fuck up. If I find somebody, I will do it. Okay. And we're going to pause right here real quick because I have to pee. So I'm going to turn on the music, go pee and get a drink of water and come back because I will not be gone that long. I swear on everything I love. Let me do this. Hold on. Hey, Michael. Sorry, we're going. All right. So now we are moving on. Now, chapter 19 of Genesis. Now the two angels came to Sodom in the evening, and Lot was sitting in the gate of Sodom. And when Lot saw them, he rose to meet them and did the face thing. And he said, "Here now, please turn to my house and spend the night, and wash your feet. Then you can go on your way in the morning." And they said, "Nope, we're going to stay in the open square." Oh, Mud Duck is at work, so. Oh, never mind. I'm reading it now. My bad. Oh, you're at work, cousin? Oh, you guys don't get in trouble. Yeah, I'm live early because I feel like more people might watch early. And me and Miss Mud Duck decided 8 p.m. I would start going live at 8 p.m. because she's not busy anymore and I'm not busy anymore. It'd be 7 o'clock her time, 8 o'clock my time, our time. That might be a good time. But I'm live right now. I've been live 30 some odd minutes, 30 minutes. But anyway, we're going on to chapter 19 because this chapter is really gross. Okay. And my arm really hurts really bad. Now, the two angels came to Sodom in the evening, and Lot was sitting at the gate. And when Lot saw them, he was like, "Hey, come to my house. I'll do you up real good." And okay, well, good. And they was like, "No, we want to stay outside." But Lot was like, "No, you really don't want to stay outside here. You really you don't want to stay outside here." And they were like, "Fine." Now, they ate dinner or whatever, and then just about, time for the nightlife to start. These mofos circled Lot's house. Listen, let me tell you what they did. And it was all the men. It was men. And they circled Lot's house and they want these two angels. So they don't know they're angels. They just think they're men, young men. And they're like, "No, we want these guys because we're going to do some dirty shit to them." And Lot was like, "No, I got some daughters." And then they were like, "This guy isn't even from here. What the fuck are we listening to him for?" He's like, "No, but I got some daughters." And they're like, "No, we are not lady lovers. We want men and stuff." And remember, this is a pack full of men that want these two men. And so, anyway, the men, the angels, strike these people with blindness and pull Lot back in like the fuck. Like, you should not be doing this. And they're like, "No, we're doing this." So the angels are like, "Look, take everyone in your household, your daughters, your son in laws, everybody, and take them and go, but do not look back." And Lot was like, "I want to go to the specific place." Um, Wait, he wanted to go to a specific place. Okay. So, real quick, Lot went out and spoke to his sons-in-laws who had married his daughters and said, "We need to leave right now because God." And they thought he was joking. When the morning dawned, the angels urged Lot to hurry, saying, "Go, take your wife, but do not look back." And Lot was lingering, so the men took hold of them and shoved them out the fucking door. And then they set them outside the city. And it came to pass that they said, "Escape! Do not look behind you or stay anywhere in the plain. Escape to the mountains." And then Lot said, "No, no, no. We need to go somewhere else. So I can't go there. So see now, the city is near enough to flee, that it is a little one. Please let me escape, and my soul shall live." And they said, "Okay, that's fine. Go there, because I can't do anything until you get there." So, listen. The sun had risen upon Zoar, which is where Lot went. And then the Lord rain down fire and brimstone on Sodom and Gomorrah from the Lord out of the heavens. Okay. But Lot's wife looked back and became a pillar of salt. Now Abe went early in the morning to that place he had stood before the Lord. And when he looked toward Sodom and Gomorrah, actually toward all the land, he saw the smoke of the land, like the smoke of a furnace. And God remembered Abe and sent Lot out of, okay, we already read this, man. Then Lot went out of Zoar and dwelt in the mountains with his 2 daughters there with him, for he was afraid to dwell in Zoar. And he and his 2 daughters dwelt in a cave. Now the firstborn said to the younger, here we go. The younger said to the older, look, dad is old and nobody's going to marry us anymore. Okay, bye, cousin. Okay. So they said our dad is old and we're never going to get we're never going to get another husband. So we need to rape our papa. So the older daughter is like, I'm going to get him drunk first. I'll show you how to do it. Right. And then I will rape him. And then you'll give him the hair of the dog the next day. And then you'll rape him. And then we'll have babies. It'll be so great. And I do not know how Lot didn't know this happened. I don't even know. Okay. And the firstborn had a son and called his name Moab. And he's the father of the Moabites to this day. Even though there was already a thing. But okay. And the younger bore a son and named him Ben-Nami. He is the father of the people of Ammon to this day, except for they were already a people. But okay. So they must have become the leaders of these tribes somehow. Because I don't know how, but something happened. Anyway, Miss Mud Duck, you still here? Okay. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to like and subscribe because I'm going to start doing this every day at about 8 o'clock. I think it'll be fun. But we are on Genesis chapter 20. I got about a half hour left. So we're going to go try to get through chapter 20 and 21 maybe. But at least chapter 20. So Abe journeyed from there to the south and dwelt between Kadesh and Shur and stayed in Gerar. Now Abe said about Sarah, his wife, she is my sister. So he did this again to another king. Hi, Mrs. Mud Duck. Thank you, Mrs. Milady. Okay. And don't forget to like and subscribe. So he said Sarah was his sister again. And Abimelech, king of Gerar, sent and took Sarah. But God came to Abimelech in a dream just like he did with the king of what's it call it? Um and God came and said,
Do you know what you're doing? I mean, I don't know if you know what you're doing, but that's my guy over there, and that's his wife over there. So you should stop while you're ahead.
and Abimelech said, I didn't even mess with her. Like, not even at all, a little bit. I didn't even mess with her. I didn't do nothing to her. And plus, they said they were related, and she is highly beautiful. Yeah, I can't help it. I'm addicted to love. I really can't help it. I'm addicted to love. And then God's like,
Shut up. Just return her to her husband. All right.
so, uh, Abimelech rose early in the morning and called his servants and was like, this mofo lied. So Abimelech called Abe and said, what did you do to me? Like, did I really, am I going to hurt you that bad? Listen, what did I do? Right? Because God is really mad at me. Why did you lie? And Abe's like, have you seen my wife? Do you think he wouldn't have killed me to get her? God wouldn't even have had a chance to say anything to you, and you know it. So it came to pass, okay. Then Abimelech took sheep, oxen, male, female servants, and gave them to Abe. And he restored Sarah, his wife, to him. And Abimelech said, okay, just dwell here. Okay. And then to Sarah, he said, I have given your brother 1,000 pieces of silver. Indeed, this vindicates you before all who are with you and before anybody. Thus, she was rebuked. So Abe prayed to God, and God healed Abimelech and his wife. And then they bore children, for the Lord had closed all their wombs of the house of Abimelech because of Sarah, Abe's wife. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. We're going to do chapter 21 and then we're done. Okay. And the Lord visited Sarah as he had said. And Sarah conceived and bore Abe a son in his old age, and the set time that God had said. And Abe called the name of his son Isaac. Then Abe circumcised Isaac when he was 8 days old. Now, Abe was 100 years old when Isaac was born. And Sarah said, God has made me laugh, and all who hear will laugh with me. And she also said, who would have said to Abe that Sarah would nurse children? For I have borne him no son in his old age. So the child grew and was weaned, and Abe made a great feast on the same day. Okay. And Sarah saw the son of Hagar, the Egyptian who she had borne, scoffing, And she said to Abe, Abe, why are they fucking with me? Look, they're making fun of my son. I need them to go. And Abe was like, woman, woman, handle it yourself. No, you know what? I'll handle it. I got something for you. So Abe rose early in the morning and took bread and a skin of water and put it on Hagar's shoulder and gave the boy to Hagar and sent her on her way. So he literally gave her prison food, a piece of bread, and a thing of water. Because that's what the fuck you do. Here, wifey, I take some bread and water. Not even a tent or anything. Okay. So she departed and wandered in the wilderness of Beersheba. And the water in the skin was dried up. And she placed the boy under one of the shrubs. And she went and sat down across from him at a distance about a bow shot. And she said, I don't want to see the death of the boy. So she sat opposite of him and watched him about to die. And she lifted her head and wept. And God heard the voice of the boy. And then the angel of the Lord called to Hagar from heaven and said,
What's wrong? What is wrong? What is wrong?
And she said, the same thing that was wrong last time, only this time I have a kid. Which is super ridiculous. They gave me a piece of bread and some water to go in the wilderness. Oh, oh man, Exodus is great. God is all over Pinterest on Exodus. Believe me, it's the best. I have so much fun with Exodus. I do. It's the greatest. So, listen.
I wasn't even listening to you cry. I heard your son. Your son is very smart. He prayed. So I heard him. And look over there.
And when she turned and looked, there was a well. And she went and filled the skin with water and gave the lad a drink. So God was with the lad, and he grew and dwelt in the wilderness and became an archer. And he dwelt in the wilderness of Paran. And his mother took for him a wife from Egypt. And it came to pass at the time that Abimelech and Phicol, the commander of his army, came to Abe and said, look, we know God is with you, right? We know. So listen, can you just be nice to us because we know you have the power? You got the power. Anyway, I need you to be nice to the people, my family. And Abe's like, okay. Then Abraham, and it came to pass. Okay. Okay, never mind. Okay. So then Abe tells Abimelech, they're stopping up my wells. You know, they're making it really hard to do things. Probably because I'm rich, but they're making it really hard to get water. Listen. And Abimelech said, I don't know what the fuck is going on here. Nobody told me. Nobody told me until right now. So Abe took sheep and oxen and gave them to Abimelech. And the two of them made a covenant. And Abe set 7 ewe lambs of the flock by themselves. And then Abimelech asked Abe, "What are you doing?" And he said, "You take these ewe lambs from my hand, that they may be my witness that I have dug this well." And then he called that place Beersheba, because the two of them swore an oath. Thus, so Abimelech rose with Phicol, and they returned to the land of the Philistines. Then Abe planted a tamarisk tree in Beersheba, and there called on the name of the Lord, the everlasting God. And Abe stayed in the land of the Philistines many days. Okay, we're gonna end right there because it's about to be dinner time, and Dustin's gonna come up here and start smashing pots and pans, cooking dinner. So anyway, I want to thank you for watching, and I do want to tell you, like and subscribe because this is totally fun. Mrs. Mad Dog, Mrs. Milady, I want to tell you thank you for watching, and thank you for hanging out with me every time I live stream. I love it. Thank you. And cousin Michael, thank you as well. And my cousin Michael is Ricky up there. That's my other cousin's name who passed away. But his name is Michael. So I want to thank you guys for watching. And if anybody's watching that wasn't in chat, I want to thank you for watching. Thank you so much. Bye. What is happening? Anyway.